evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a written message from the President of Lebanon handed over to His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said. And the Commission for Scouts and Guides in North Al-Batana Governorate wins His Majesty Sultan Qaboos Cup for Scouting and Guidance Excellence. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Excellency President Mahmoud Abbas of the State of Palestine, Chairman of the Executive Committee of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, and his accompanying delegation left here today after a 3-day visit to the Sultanate, during which he met with His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The guest and his accompanying delegation were seen off by His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Taysir Ali Farahat, Ambassador of the State of Palestine appointed to the Sultanate, and members of the embassy. During the visit, the Palestinian President was accompanied by His Excellency Jibril Rajoub, Secretary of Fatah Central Committee, His Excellency Hussein Sheikh, Minister of Civil Affairs, Major General Majid Faraj, Head of the General Intelligence Service, the Palestinian Ambassador appointed to the Sultanate, and some officials. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Edgar Lungu of Zambia on his country's independence anniversary. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a written message from the President General Michel Aoun of Lebanon on an invitation to participate in the activities of the 4th Arabic Economic and Social Development Summit Conference, which will be held in the Lebanese capital Beirut in January next year. The message was handed to His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and personal representative of His Majesty the Sultan, when he received in his office today His Excellency Gibran Basil, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Immigrations and the envoy of the Lebanese President. The minister conveyed greetings and best wishes of the Lebanese President to His Majesty the Sultan and the Omani government of continuous success, and for the Omani people further progress and prosperity. From his side, His Highness asked the minister to convey His Majesty's greetings and best wishes for His Excellency the Lebanese President and government of continuous success, and for the Lebanese people further progress and prosperity. During the meeting, talks dealt with the good relations between the two countries and ways of enhancing the cooperation existing between them. It was attended by His Excellency the Secretary General and the 2 advisors of His Highness office, and by His Excellency the Lebanese Ambassador accredited to the Sultanate. Existing cooperation relations between the Sultanate and Lebanon were reviewed by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, when he received His Excellency Gibran Basil, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Immigrants in Lebanon, who is currently visiting the Sultanate. During the meeting, they exchanged viewpoints on a number of regional and international issues with mutual concern and the latest development in the region. Commission for Scouts and Guides in North Al-Batana Governorate won His Majesty Sultan Qaboos Cup for Scouting and Guidance Excellence for the academic year. That was announced by Her Excellency Dr. Mediha bint Ahmed al-Shaybaniya, Minister of Education, during her speech on the results of the Scouting and Guidance Excellence competition. The Commission for Scout and Guide in Dakhiliya Governorate came second in the competition, while Commission for Scout and Guide in South Al-Batana Governorate achieved the 3rd place. The 4th place was achieved by Commission for Scout and Guide in Musandam Governorate, followed by Commission for Scout and Guide in the Far Governorate, which came 6th. His Excellency Dr. Abdelmenem bin Mansour Al-Hsani, Minister of Information, official speaker of the state for Ash-Shumukh 2 and Saif Saria 3 military exercises, together with a number of members of the State Council, their Excellencies, senior retired officers visited the command of the joint military exercise Saif Saria 3 currently being carried out by the Sultanate with the participation of a number of military, security and civil sectors. Upon arrival to the exercise command at Muaskar al-Murtafa, they were received by Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, Exercise Manager, Major General Matar bin Salim Liblushi, Commander of the Royal Army of Oman, RAO, Commander of the Joint Forces, Air Vice Marshal Matar bin Ali al-Abaidani, Commander of the Royal Air Force of Oman, Exercise Chief Control, and Rear Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis al-Raisi, Commander of the Royal Navy of Oman, RNO, Exercise Deputy Manager. Brigadier Mohammed bin Abdullah al-Mkhani, head of the planning team for Ash-Shumukh 2 and Swift Sword 3, made a briefing on the two exercises where he covered the planning stage, the main events that have been implemented and the upcoming events. RAO Commander of the Joint Forces made a briefing on the Joint Command cells and the plans of the Commander of the Joint Command on how to deal with the events of the exercise and response by all participants at the exercise. A number of high-ranking officers at Sultan's Armed Forces and other security, military and civil establishments, along with the retired senior officers, paid a visit to the headquarters of the joint exercise at Saif Saria 3. The officers were briefed on planning stages and the main events of the exercise, along with the latter stages to be implemented. They also got acquainted with the government sectors participating in the exercise, all the operational and strategic levels, in addition to the national goals to be achieved from the exercise. They as well paid a visit to the media center and got acquainted with the role it undertakes and the mechanism of activating plans through various audio and visual media means. Still to come on News Bulletin. Jebel Samhan Nature Reserve is considered a safe refuge for the rare Arabian leopard. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The International Conference on Oman's Maritime Heritage was launched in Sultan Qaboos University. Researchers from inside and outside the Sultanate took part in the event. A number of topics were discussed during the conference, namely culture and social aspects of the Omani heritage, as well as civilizational contact of Oman through the seas, in addition to marine sciences and ship industry and Omani fleets. It also focused on the Omani civilization in terms of political, economic, social, and cultural achievements. Some work papers presented in the conference focused on various historical periods of the Omani heritage. The accompanying exhibition included a collection of manuscripts, navigational instruments, and tools used by the seafarers. Bank Muscat and Petroleum Development Oman PDO signed a cooperation agreement to train and employ 50 young job seekers. The training program seeks to develop the national cadres and enhance their skills in banking sectors. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
In line with the government's decision to provide employment opportunities for the national workforce, Bank Muscat and Petroleum Development Oman PDO signed a cooperation agreement to train and employ a number of freshly graduated job seekers.
This is an opportunity to provide training for 50 of the Omani youth. So training and subsequently to be provided jobs within Bank Muscat. The training is going to be in the field of financial accounting, which is a field that is highly sought after by institutions in different sectors. So we hope to see different applications and a number of applications coming through that are going to be tested, assessed, and then the bank is going to decide on taking them forward for training and subsequent employment.
The agreement comes within the efforts of the two establishments in providing training and employment opportunities for the Omani youth, and as part of their pioneering role in the development of Omani human resources and joining the efforts exerted by the Ministry of Manpower in this field.
So far, we have achieved over 55,000 opportunities for employment, training for employment, scholarships and redeployment. This year only, in 2018, we are targeting 17,000, and so far we have achieved over 14,000, which is really in the right direction. And we have full hope that we will meet our target this year. Next year target for national objectives is 19,000 in different sectors, and we are sure we will make it. And total, we are targeting by 2020, another 50,000, starting last year.
The agreement includes training 50 young Omani graduates holding bachelor degree in accounting and finance, who will undergo a specialized professional program provided by the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA, for 18 months to qualify the participants to work in the banking sector and acquire the knowledge and expertise required to enter into the labor market. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salih bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
A workshop on economic changes and challenges in the region was organized by Muscat Securities Market, MSM. The bodies taking part in the event included stockholding companies, pension and investment funds, and companies working in capital market field. It shed light on possible challenges that will face the investors during 2019, as well as the current situation of the Omani economy, in addition to the future of Muscat Securities Market. The work papers in the workshop also focus on global financial situation in 2019, interest prices changes, as well as global inflation rates. The existing cooperation between MSM and London market, as well as working on joint programs that serve the interests of both markets, also topped the discussions during the workshop. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Nasser al-Bakri, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth, in a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television, said that the Omani Dates Production and Packing Company will start its commercial activity next year. He also added that tomorrow the 6th edition of the Omani Dates Festival will be launched with the participation from 68 bodies from various governorates of the Sultanate. Coinciding with the Omani Women Day, the Female Fine Art exhibition was held in the Governorate of Muscat. The exhibition included 64 artistic paintings which symbolized Surrealist, Abstract, Cubism, and Realism arts. The exhibition came to highlight the creativity, skills, and talents of female fine artists in the Sultanate. The exhibition works acquaint visitors with the touristic places along with the civilizational and historical landmarks of the Sultanate. Her Highness Sayyida Alia bint Thwani Al Said presided over the ceremony. The Sultanate, represented by various governmental bodies concerned in cooperation with the local community, exert tireless efforts to protect the wildlife and the Omani environment. The wild Arabian leopard, which lives in Jebel Samhan Nature Reserve, is considered one of the endangered animals in the Sultanate. Jebel Samhan Nature Reserve is considered a safe refuge for the Arabian leopard. Besides the leopard, a number of wildlife species live in Jebel Samhan Reserve, like the Arabian ibex, gazelles, wild lynx, foxes, wild cats, and many others. Office for the Conservation of Environment, in cooperation with the Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs and other governmental bodies in the Sultanate, has conducted a number of researches and studies to protect the Arabian leopard from extinction through providing suitable habitat for them. China's vice president met today with the Palestinian Prime Minister Rami Hamdallah in the West Bank city of Ramallah. Later, Wang Qishan laid a wreath on the late Palestinian President Yasser Arafat's grave. The Chinese vice president is in the region for a 3-day trip. Earlier in the day, he visited the Nativity Church in Beit Lahem. Yesterday, he met with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem. Israel and China have become close trade partners, with China showing interest in Israeli developments in agriculture, water, and other environmental technologies. Saudi Arabian officials have signed deals worth $50 billion today during a major economic forum in Riyadh. The Future Investment Initiative Forum is the brainchild of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It is aimed at drawing more foreign investment into the kingdom and to help create desperately needed jobs for its youthful population. The deals will be in manufacturing and transportation, among other fields. Prince Mohammed was not present at the forum on its first day. The forum last year proved to be a glitzy affair that drew more international business attention to the kingdom. A team of maritime archaeologists, scientists, and surveyors has discovered what it is believed to be the world's oldest intact shipwreck, a Greek trading vessel whose design had previously been seen only on ancient pottery. The Black Sea Maritime Archaeology Project said it found the wreck of the Bulgarian coast at a depth of 2 kilometers in oxygen-free conditions that preserved its components. The group said the vessel has been carbon dated to more than 2,400 years ago. The project has spent 3 years surveying the area using technology previously available largely to oil companies. It discovered some 60 shipwrecks, including a 17th century Cossack raiding fleet and Roman trading vessels carrying amphorae. A documentary on the project will be opened today at the British Museum. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the governorate of Musandam, with chances of scattered rainfall. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over Al Hajar mountain. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected over the coasts of South Sharqiya, Dhofar, and Wusta governorates. Winds will be south to southeasterly, light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 meter. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a written message from the President of Lebanon handed over to His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said. And the Commission for Scouts and Guides in North Al-Batana Governorate wins His Majesty Sultan Qaboos Cup for Scouting and Guidance Excellence. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, thank you for watching and have an awesome night.